Okay, so we're going to do the Edexcel iGCSE January 2019 1H paper. We might not get time to do all of this, but we'll see how we get through this. So, firstly, we are going to fully factorise this, so that means take outside the things that are common in both, so 4 and 6, so that's a 2, and there's a p as well. That means what do we need to multiply by 2p to get 4p? Well, a 2 plus a 3 and then a q. So if we were to multiply that out, we'd get back to where we started. Okay, expand and simplify. So my preference is the grid, but you can do kind of the inner and the outer. E plus 3, e minus 5, e times e is e squared, e times 3 is 3e, e times minus 5 is minus 5e, minus 3 times minus 5 is minus 15. So altogether, between these two, we've got minus 2e's, so we've got e squared minus 2e minus 15. Solve this, so y equals 2y plus 1 over 5. So the first thing we're going to do is try and get rid of the fraction. So we're going to multiply both sides by 5. So we get 5y equals, if we multiply this side by 5, we just lose the bottom, 2y plus 1. We want a positive number of y, so let's take away 2y from both sides. So we get 3y equals 1. Divide both sides by 3. Get y equals 1/3. Leaving it as a fraction like that is absolutely fine. Okay, bit of transformations. These are more tricky to do online, but we'll try and show what's going on. So a onto b. So a to b. So from there we are rotating it, but the centre is going to be over here somewhere to turn this. Now what you really need is a bit of tracing paper, and then you can test this out. But I'm going to do it by eye and say, okay, if I had it there and I rotated it, it would come over here. So I need to move it this way a bit. So if I'm going to move it there, that's 3 and 1, 1 and 3. That still wouldn't be in the right place. So if I'm going to do it there, 3 and 2, 2 and 3. That would be too high as well, so I'm going to move it down 1. Okay, so down 4 along 2, along 2, down 4. So that seems like the right centre of rotation, and then I turn it, it's going 90 degrees. So we've got a rotation. You can see that if I rotate that L there, that rotation 90 degrees, about the point -2, 3. And we're going clockwise. And there's my 3 marks. On the grid, translate A by 2 minus 5. So this is left, right. And this is up, down. So we're going down 5 and right 2. So right 2 is to here, down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the point. Keep it the same orientation. And there we go, and label it C. Okay, and then the last transformation is on a new diagram. Enlarge the grid. Scale factor a half. Well, enlarge is a slight misnomer when you're doing factor a half. But what we're going to do, and take that, take this, and we're going to halve it. So it's going to be there as the new point. Do the same with that one, and there. You can probably guess now where this one is going to be half as big. So there we go. That one's halved, then we can halve the other one. There we go, and that is D. draw yours a little bit more accurately than mine. Okay, probability. Here is a biased, that means it's not fair, doesn't give them all equally. You can land on red, blue, green, brown or yellow. The probability gives the probability lands on red, blue or green. When the spinner is spun more than the probability the spinner lands on a brown is 0.06 more than the probability it lands on yellow. Okay, so 0.06 more. So if we say this is an unknown x, then this is x plus 0.06. Okay, so, and we know that all those add up to 1, so we know that 0.15, 0.26, 0.33 plus x plus 0.06 plus x equals 1. So I've then got two x's and all the numbers, if I add those up, 0.15 plus 0.26 plus 0.33 plus 0.06 is 0.8 equals 1, so 2x, take 0.8 from both sides is 0.2, so x is 0.1. So this is 0.1, this is 0.16. Okay, and then it says Jenny spins the spinner 150 times. 0.1 times it'll be yellow, so 150 times 0.1 equals 15 is the number of times. Okay, table gives information about the price of gold. Work out the percentage increase. So we need the increase over the original, and then that gives it as a fraction, times it by 100 to get it out as a percentage. So the increase is 6.5 minus 1,125. 110. The original, that's what it was first, and then we're going to times that by 100. So divided by 1,126 times by 100 is 9.7647. H to three significant figures is 9.76%. Okay, the price of 1 ounce of gold on the 1st of February was that. The price increased by 19% from the 1st of February to the 1st of July. Work out the price of 1 ounce of gold on the 1st of July. So 1,126.5. 1st of February we're going to increase by 19%, so I want to work out 19%, so I'm going to divide by 100, multiply by 19. 1,126.5 divided by 100, multiply by 19 is 21435. Add that on. 1,126.0 plus 21435 is 1340.535. Which to the nearest dollar, 53 cents, is 1341 to the nearest dollar. Okay, question 5. ACB and AFE are straight lines. Show that BCD is parallel to AFE. Okay, so if it's parallel, then these two are co-interior, so they would add up to 180. Yep, so the C angles, co-interior angles would add up to 180. So, but we also know that these two are on a straight line, so they must add up to 180. So let's use that first of all. Just say plus 30x minus 5 must equal 180. And we can go 34x plus 10 is 180, 34x equals 170, so divide by 34 is 5. So if x is 5, well, we can then test if parallel 4x plus 5 plus 20x plus 45 should equal 180. Now x is 5, so 4 times 5 is 15 plus 20 times 5 plus 45, and what it equals equals 180. Therefore parallel as co-interior angles are equal. Sorry. Add to 180 degrees. There we go. Okay, complete this table. So the key here is we're just going to put in the number 1. If there were any negatives, we'd have to put the negatives in brackets to square them, but we can do this. You can check 0, check that that works, and then 5 times 1 plus 6, that in, that's 2, and then 5 times 5 minus 5 times 5 plus 6 is 6. So there we go, we can just plot that onto our graph. We've got 0, 6, 1, 2, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 2, 5, 6. Now if you're in any doubt, you could plot some intervening ones. We're just going to do a little curve. It's curved, it can't go straight, so it must go under slightly. There we go. Okay, and then the second bit. So that's some relatively easy 3 marks. Next bit says by drawing a suitable curve, find estimates of this. So we've drawn x squared minus 5x plus 6. Okay, and we want to get to from the one above, we want to solve this equation. So we've got to add 6 to both sides of this. So we get x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals x, add 6 to that, minus 1. So finding where this and this are equal. So y equals this we've drawn, y equals this. So we need to draw y equals x minus 1. So that's going to be, go through 1, 1, for our little table. 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, 4. Draw that line in. And where are the points? Well, that looks like that's at 1.6-ish. That looks at 4.5. So let's go 1.6 and 4.5. There we go. Okay, right, 7.1 times 10 to the 7 is an ordinary number, so you type that into your calculator just as it is and you get 7180000. Okay, calculate the total volume of these 4 oceans. Well, literally you type all those numbers into your calculator. You get 66460000. And it doesn't say that this needs to be a standard form. Okay, the volume of the South China Sea is that. Write it that in standard form. So standard form, we take the first number. Got to be between 1 and 10, so it's 9.88. And what would you have to times by? Well, you've got 6. You'd have to times by 10 6 times, so times 10 to the 6. And you can check that, type that into your calculator and check that it works. Or you can put your calculator in standard form mode, kind of shift setup and science, which is number 7 on my calculator. So shift setup. And then science mode, that's the standard form mode, and then you do 9 to give all the decimal places. And put it back, you do shift, setup, norm, and then 1 or 2, doesn't matter. Okay. Work out the perimeter of this triangle. The area is 12. So the area is 12. We can work out this height. The area is the height times the base. So we need, if we call that h, we know that h times 5 over 2 is 12, which means h times 5 is 24, which means h is, divide both sides by 5, 4.8. Then we need to work out x to work out the perimeter. Well, we've now got a bit of Pythagoras, so we know that x squared is 2.5 squared plus 4.8 squared. So 2.5 squared plus 4.8 squared square root. So square root as well is 5.41. That's about right. 5.412. So the perimeter is 2 lots of 5.412 plus the bottom, which is 5. So that's 15.824. So 3 significant figures, 15.8. Remember, always write the long answer first and then round it on the line. Okay, cumulative frequency, we're all pretty good at this. 319 added up as we go along, plus 24 is not make any stupid mistakes. 43, 53, 58, 60. Have I given us a clue that it should be 60? Yes, they have. It's good, so I know that's right. And then plot the cumulative frequency. So at 10, so at 0 there's nobody, and then at 10 there is 3. And then let's keep going back. At 20 there's 19, so we plot at the top. At 20 there's 19. At 30 there's 43. It's 53. Okay. Should be able to get it more accurate. At 50 it's 58. And 60. It's 60. And you've got that classic S shape. So we've got to make sure our line goes through all of these. Either join it with straight lines or a curve there. There we go. Use your graph to find the estimate for the interquartile range. So the interquartile range is the quarters, not the middle. So we're going to divide it by 4 and you get 15. So we're going to look at the 15th value. I'm going to read along, read down, and I'll make that 19. And the 3/4 value, which is 45. So going to read along and read down. And I'll make that 32. And then the interquartile range is the bit between the two of those. So it's 32 minus 19, which is 13. And actually, if you got anywhere between 13 and 15, they would give you the marks, as long as I could see where it came from on your diagram. Okay, I think we're going to stop there, and if you've got other questions, we'll have to take those individually.